The moon is rusting. Well, not the whole moon, just parts of it. And while that doesn't sound like a big deal, scientists were pretty shocked by this discovery a few years back because it raised a bunch of questions that nobody had the answers to. Like, how can an object in the vacuum of space rust? You know, because we all remember our high school science class, where we learned that rust forms when iron or steel is exposed to both oxygen and water. In 2020, scientists with NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center were analyzing data gathered by the Chandrayaan-1 orbiter. That is India's first lunar exploration mission that orbited the moon from 2008 to 2019. Now, since then, several studies have tried to explain how the heck the moon is rusting in outer space. The moon doesn't have an atmosphere. It has next to no free oxygen, and there's very little liquid water on its surface. So how does it rust? One possible explanation is that the moon is picking up stray oxygen from Earth's atmosphere. Earth's magnetosphere extends way out into space. During solar storms, it can reach as far as to 140,000 kilometers from Earth's surface. 40,000 kilometers from Earth's surface. That's far out beyond the moon, which averages about 384,400 kilometers from Earth. So when that happens, Earth's magnetosphere leaks out oxygen ions that ride a magnetic field line all the way to the moon. And that could provide the missing ingredient the moon needs to rust. But wait a second, the Earth's magnetosphere isn't leaking oxygen. It's leaking hydrogen. Remember our high school science class again? Hydrogen reduces iron, so it should be protecting the moon from rusting. Well, yeah, normally that's what happens, but the solar wind also carries other stuff, including helium and oxygen. And while it is hard to detect exactly what is going on the moon from down here on Earth, scientists think that the solar wind and Earth's magnetosphere might be interacting in ways we don't fully understand, which allows oxygen to reach the lunar surface. Another possible explanation is that the moon is picking up oxygen along with bits of debris left over from all the meteor impacts over billions of years. Those impacts may have also delivered water to the moon, too. We know that the moon has hydroxyl ions in its soil, and they can exist in two forms, either bound to minerals or frozen into ice. The moon's polar regions, particularly in craters shielded from the sun, contain large amounts of water ice, so there's definitely enough water present to play a role in rust formation. And speaking of the lunar poles, there's one other thing to consider. Most of the solar wind gets deflected by Earth's magnetic field, but during a full moon phase, the Earth casts a shadow on the moon and that blocks some of the hydrogen ions. Less hydrogen means less protection from rusting. Scientists still don't know exactly what's happening on the moon, but it's clear that the two planets are more connected than we think. There may be more interactions between Earth and the moon than we've considered. There could also be things happening on other airless bodies that we don't know about yet. The moon is covered in rust. We know it is hematite, which is usually red or orange, but looks black on the moon due to superfine grains. It's especially concentrated near the poles. We think the moon is getting both oxygen and water from somewhere, probably from the Earth. And while scientists are still working on figuring out exactly what's going on, they're leaning toward the idea that Earth's magnetosphere is leaking oxygen that interacts with iron on the lunar surface. When the Earth casts a shadow on the moon during a full moon phase, less hydrogen reaches the surface, which means less protection from rusting. So in a roundabout way, the fact that the moon is rusting could tell us more about what is going on with Earth's magnetosphere and the solar wind. Or maybe there's something else we haven't thought of yet. So yeah, there are a lot of unanswered questions, but that's part of what makes planetary science so exciting. There's always something new to discover, even if it's as simple as a patch of rust. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to see more.